Hello friends, this is Dr. Ranjit Singh once again with you. Today we will discuss about tragedy and comedy and how these two genres of drama differ from each other. We know literature is one of the richest heritage from one generation to another or from one era to another. One can examine the happenings in a certain time with knowing about the literature of that time. Comedy and tragedy are two famous genres of literature which aim to reflect and educate the society with carrying on with their modesty. Comedy is the genre which has a happy and a vibrant ending, whereas tragedy is the genre which has a depressed or sorrowful ending. Comedy has elements like light-hearted talks, lively characters, amusing display of incidents, and much more. Whereas tragedy, it has elements like serious crisis or troubles. A new genre has emerged where the literature possessing both the tragic elements as well as the comic elements is referred as tragicomedy. Now let's refer to the origin of tragedy and comedy. Various ideas have been associated with the term tragedy. The term tragedy appears to have been used to describe different phenomena at different times. It derives from classical Greek word tragoidia, that means goat song, which again comes from tragos, or tragos means he goat, or aidin, that means to sing. So this tragedy has come from this classical Greek word. Scholars suspect this may be traced to a time when a goat was either the prize in a competition of choral dancing or was that around which a chorus danced prior to animals' ritual sacrifice. Tragedy is a form of drama based on human suffering that invokes an accompanying catharsis or pleasure in audiences. Tragedy is the genre of literature which has serious story with a sad ending. It is an intense kind of story which is all about the crucial evils or troubles. Generally, in tragedy, the antagonist is ferocious than in comedies. Though the story it has some certain seriousness as it shows the protagonist in troubles, but as the story unfolds, it even gets more troubling, resulting as the sad and depressed ending. Tragedy usually sets in some battlefield, a dark and mysterious palace, or any devastated place. The chief authors associated with tragedy are, we all know that tragedy was begun as a tradition or during a ritual ceremony in Greece. So the chief Greek authors of tragedies were Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides. In English, if we talk about the first complete tragedy in English is Gorboduc. The other name for this Gorboduc is Forex and Porrex. It was first staged in 1561 and it was written by Nicholas Norton and Thomas Sackville. In Rome, if we talk about Seneca, in 1st century AD, wrote 9 popular tragedies, and the popular tragedies are like Hercules and Agamemnon. Basically, Seneca is regarded as the source and inspiration for what is known as revenge tragedy. And the tradition of revenge tragedy was started by one of the university wits. His name was Thomas Kyd. He wrote his popular revenge tragedy, The Spanish Tragedy. And after that, this tradition was followed so much during the Jacobean era. So, the inspiration of writing this revenge tragedy came from Seneca in Rome. Now, comedy. The Greeks and Romans confined their use of the word comedy to descriptions of stage plays with happy endings. Aristotle defined comedy as an imitation of men worse than the average, while in tragedy, the imitation of men better than average. However, the characters portrayed in comedies were not worse than average in every way, only insofar they are ridiculous, which is a species of the ugly, very ridiculous. The ridiculous may be defined as a mistake or deformity, not productive of pain or harm to others. When we ridicule someone, when we make fun of someone, we do not want to hurt someone. We do not want to cause pain to that person. The mask, for instance, that excites laughter is something ugly and distorted without causing pain. And the mask that the characters there used to wear, that mask was rather funny. It produced laughter on the part of the viewers. In the Middle Ages, the term expanded to include narrative poems with happy endings. It is this sense that Dante used the term in the title of his poem La Commedia, Divine Comedy. As time progressed, the word came more and more to be associated with any sort of performance intended to cause laughter. During the Middle Ages, the term comedy became synonymous with satire and later with humor in general. Now, what is comedy? You must have understood that comedy is the genre of literature which amuses the audience by humor and goes on with happy ending. Comedies are not only part of bringing laughter, they also educate the people but in a pleasant environment. They also do have troubles and climax, but they never create chaos among audience, and even the antagonist is not as ferocious as in the genre of tragedy. It mostly circulates around smaller social issues and the incidents happening around. Comedy educates the viewers and makes them laugh at the same time. A comedy can further be divided into so many subgenres: satire, burlesque, comedy of humor, comedy of manner, and farce, etc. All of them serve the similar purpose with their distinguished features. The main function of comedy is to provide entertainment to the viewers. The viewers are forced to laugh at the follies of various characters in the comedy. Thus, they feel jubilant and forget the humdrum life. Comedy is critical. It makes fun of folly and vice. There is no contempt, no hatred, no anger in a comedy. Comedy exposes and ridicules stupidity and immorality, but without the anger of the reformer. The chief authors associated with comedy are, let's begin from the classical era in Greece. So the classical comedy was invented by Aristophanes in Athens in 5th century BC and developed by Menander in Athens in 4th century BC. The Roman comic poet Plutus adapted the classical comedy in 3rd century BC. Now in English, if we talk about the first English comedy based on the model of classical comedy was Ralph Doister, staged around 1552. It was written by Nicholas Udall. Then one more comedy was there, Grammar Gotton's Needle, around 1575. It's another comedy of classical style. Hence we learn that tragedies in general take the philosophical view that life is a misfortune because it is filled with pain and suffering and always inevitably ends in death. Comedies in general take the view that life is ridiculous because most people behave like fools with unrealistic pretensions and expectations. Both viewpoints are valid. Most of us see life as a grim and pointless struggle at some times, while at other times, when we are in a good mood, we see life as a game to be played and not as something to be taken seriously. So, hence, we found the differences that tragedy emphasizes upon human shortcomings with effect suffering, while comedy emphasizes upon the idiosyncrasies, the foolishness of human behavior. In tragedy, the hero is a great human being. He is a king, prince, or some person of noble status. Whereas in comedy, the characters, they are ordinary human beings. The hero realizes errors in tragedy too late, whereas in comedy, they do foolish acts to create humor, just to enjoy their life. They are not that serious. The hero in tragedy dies in the end and suffers throughout the story. There is a downfall in the end of the tragedy of the hero. In the comedy, the response is intellectual. Its basic purpose is to offer delight, to offer fun and humor to the viewers. In tragedy, the tone of drama is serious, very solemn, while comedy it celebrates a ridiculous life. Tragedy always arouses the emotions of pity and fear. We feel connected with the characters on the stage in tragedy, while in comedy, we make fun of those characters. In tragedy, the limitations of the human conditions are emphasized. Whereas in comedy, the protagonist he is a very ordinary person. In tragedy, the conflict is very serious. In comedy, the conflicts are sometimes ludicrous, laughable, very funny. At the very least, they are not serious at all. In tragedy, fate plays a very strong role. Whereas in comedy, the protagonist is often unrealistic, intolerant. In tragedy, the ending is mournful. Nearly most of the characters they die on the stage. Whereas in comedy, the ending is usually light, happy, very positive. So these are all the differences that we have seen they exist between comedy and tragedy. Hope you must have got something. So thank you. Thank you very